Benjamina for BBC Good Food, and today I'm going to show you how to make the easiest mince pies for my Stir Up Sunday feature in the Christmas 2020 magazine. Let's get started. So the first thing we need to do is just get all our ingredients in our saucepan, and we start with our dried fruit, and I've got a mix of sultanas, currants and raisins. And then I've got some suet, and you can use beef suet or vegetarian or vegan, doesn't matter. And then in goes our dark muscovado sugar. And some mixed peel. And then our spices, and I'm using cinnamon and mixed spice, but you can use nutmeg or cloves or a mix of all of them. And then all you need to do is turn on the heat and let that simmer for about 7 to 10 minutes. So give it a little stir to get everything incorporated and combined, and then let it bubble away for about 7 to 10 minutes. Add the zest of 1 lemon, and then the juice of the lemon goes in as well. I've got some chopped apples here. I just use brandy, you can use any cooking apple that you like, and that just goes straight into the pan with the other ingredients or about halfway through. So once all the sugar and suet has dissolved and your fruits are nice and plump, just take it off the heat and then you can stir in your brandy. So once you've stirred in your brandy, you want to set this aside and let it cool to room temperature before putting it into your pastry cases. Or you can pour it into sterilised jars and use it as gifts, and it will keep for a few months. So now we can move on to our pastry, and I've just preheated my oven to 180 fan, and now we're going to start making our dough. So I've got some plain flour in a bowl, and I'm going to add to that some cubed cold butter, and also a pinch of salt. And then all you need to do is rub the butter together into the flour with your fingertips. So you want to keep going until you've not got any large lumps of butter in your mixture. You want it to look quite fine, like coarse sand. So the next step for our pastry is just to stir in our sugar. And then all you need to do at this point is start squeezing it together until it comes into a ball. Just squeeze it inside the bowl, and eventually it will all come together. So it's going to feel quite dry. This is more like a shortbread consistency, so don't be tempted to add any extra liquid. And then once that's come together in one mass, just turn it out onto your surface and give it a really brief knead. So once that's come together into one ball, you can either wrap this up, put it in the fridge and chill it to use for later, or you can make mince pies straight away, which is what we're going to do now. So once your pastry is done, all we need to do now is put it in the cases. So with this dough, you just need to grab off about a walnut sized piece for the base, form it into a little ball, and then just press it into the base of the tin. So if you're someone who's a little bit nervous about pastry, this is a good one because there's no rolling out. You just roll and press. And try to make it as even as possible and get it up to the edges of the tin. And then just repeat that for 18 holes. So I've filled a 12-hole cupcake tray. This recipe does make 18, so you can bake these off and do another 6 more afterwards. But now I'm just going to fill them with a bit of mincemeat. So this mincemeat is my recipe from my Stir Up Sunday feature, and Stir Up Sunday is a great day to make everything in advance, giving it time to mature in time for Christmas. So I'm just going to put a spoonful of mincemeat into each case. So next we are going to put the lids on our mince pies. So again, you just want to grab a small piece in your hands, roll it so it comes together, and this time just flatten it a little bit to give you a lid shape, and then that just goes straight onto the mince pie. And then you can try and just seal the edges, and it's fine if it's a little bit crumbly on top, gives it that rustic charm. As long as it's covered, it's all good. And then just repeat that for all the mince pies. So the lids are on, and now all we need to do is brush them with a little egg. So these go into the oven to bake for about 20 minutes until the tops are nice and golden brown. So the mince pies are baked and are golden brown and are ready to come out of the oven. So these have had about 10 to 15 minutes just to cool down so I can actually touch them. And I'm going to just place them on the cooling rack to cool completely for about another 15 minutes. So there you have it, my really easy Stir Up Sunday mince pies. Why not give it a go for yourself this Christmas and tag us on Instagram at BBC Good Food so we can see all of your creations.